Hello, it's good to have you join us again for your favorite program. This is Close Flow coming to you from NTA2 Lagos Network Center, your reach out station, the same prime station that many of us watched for several years as we were growing up, getting to pick up, well, very latent information on how our country is turning out to be, well, the dream country that we were born into. Now, how true is that dream country coming to reality? So how much of the, or how many of the potentialities reputed to be part of the, as it were, the profile of Nigeria, how come they are not yet realistic or realized or even on the table or on the front burner? We still believe that Nigeria should be one of the greatest nations on the face of the earth. Well, if you start to look back anthropologically and historically, then maybe that could be true. After all, we have the beads from Benin, we have the bronze from Benin, we have yes, I think also copper from Benin, we have some of those, poultry from, pottery from Nupe, and we also have the red skin of goats coming from Kano, which incidentally today is now known as the Moroccan leather. Now, so we have had all these enriching cultural, traditional, historical assets. I'm not yet talking about destinations. Our guest today, who is going to be speaking with us, incidentally, has just returned from a trip around the South-South, and she's going to be sharing with us, experiences about that particular locality and what we are doing. I don't want to say wasting assets, but maybe unexploited opportunities available in the destinations around Nigeria. So stay with us. It's Nigeria. It's a new year. Many of us, we have new plans. We have come up with some kind of resolutions, what we want to achieve this year. We have set some new goals. We have also set boundaries. Boundaries like I will not drop into that level, or I should rise to that other level. So let's see how many or how much of that can actually be talked about. Our guest, I will not tell you who our guest is. The only thing I can just share with you is the fact that anytime she comes into the studio is lit up like as if a queen is here with us. And so we'll get to see exactly how much of the impact we are going to get from our presence in our studio. Stay with us, and we shall be back shortly.
Hey, beautiful. Your eyes, your smile are all begging me to take you home tonight.
Now reading page 3.
Experience unlimited super-fast internet access from Entel 4G.
Entel. Live more.
Experience unlimited super-fast internet access from Entel 4G.
Entel. Live more.
Oh, well, so that's a summary of the regal guest that we have here with us. Now, I'm sure from seeing that summary profile of our guests, I'm still trying not to prefix, what our girl represents, but you can see that she's truly queenly. She's a film producer, incidentally, so let me just give you the brevity of it. A blogger, both video and written, an entrepreneur and author, and of course the founder of an NGO that is driven by a lofty goal. And what's that goal? To enlighten, to empower, and to groom the Nigerian female child into becoming a virtuous woman and a positive pillar in the Nigerian society. That's Herculean, especially when we know exactly when we talked about what's happening in Italy, what's happening in Libya, what's happening, in some other countries where, well, we'll talk about that, sex slavery and all that is going on. But first, let me therefore welcome into our studio on your behalf, ever queenly influencer and achiever, Elizabeth Efe Era. You're welcome to Close Flow.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, viewers. Thank you, everybody.
Yes, she's saying thank you to you. I think all of you should say thank you to her too as well. So. Now, Elizabeth, I know having you with us is always quite an experience. Okay. So now, let's go investigate some of the things that you are so passionate about. And this time we are looking at the diversity of our culture, our traditions, and the touristic assets that we have in this country, Nigeria, and why all these positives have not come to push Nigeria and stamp Nigeria and establish Nigeria as actually a viable nation.
It's sad. First of all, I want to say thank you for having me here to talk about this today because, like you said, it is what I'm actually passionate about. It's really sad in a country like Nigeria where we have everything. I always say that we have everything, and yet it's as if nothing is working for us, especially in the tourism and in our tourist sector of the country. Everything is not working. That is the truth, because people cannot categorically travel from other parts of the world to come here to say this is where they are coming to. Once upon a time, we had Obudukato Ranch.
Yes.
And we were so happy that there was Obudukato Ranch. Some of us will go there during holidays and all that. We had the Calabar Carnival going for us. We were happy. We had the Ososo Carnival going for us. We were appreciating it. We had so many wonderful programs towards the end of the year, or sometimes even in the middle of the year, when maybe as a civil servant or maybe as an entrepreneur, you just want to take a break to go somewhere and breathe freely, to explore the nature of the beauty that God has given us in this country. We realize that those things are no longer there. A few weeks ago, I was in Akwa Ibom State, and I was to cross over to Calabar, then from Calabar to Ikom, from Ikom to Obudu, just like that, because it's a journey, and of course there's no flight, so I love road trips.
Yes.
I enjoy road trips.
Yes.
But the problem is, the roads are terrible.
Now.
Very terrible. First of all, from Odukpani Junction, I'm sorry I'm doing this because
No,
I
but
travel a lot. So
many of our viewers will connect with what you're saying.
Exactly. Odukpani Junction is a junction in Cross River State. That it's should I say a T junction that takes you into the Calabar city, or takes you to other parts of Cross River.
Yes.
Now, from that Odukpani Junction to Ikom on a normal day, it's supposed to take you 4 hours, because Cross River is a very big state.
City, yes.
Now, going through that route, the normal 4 hours has become 8, 7, 9 hours. That is if you even get there before night falls. I'm not talking about traveling from Akwa Ibom State to Calabar, which used to be 35, 40 minutes.
But now
we're talking about 2, 3 hours, 4 hours. So maybe when I was a student, I leave school sometimes, say, from 4 p.m. to travel and say, okay, I'm going to this path, and then before you know what's going on, within 1 hour, I'm in Calabar, resting in my hotel room, but it's not so anymore. Now, how many people have money to pay helicopters? Yes, to pay for helicopter services to fly you to the ranch. Not everybody has it in a country like Nigeria where a lot of people are suffering. And then another thing is when you finally get to the ranch, the beauty that you used to see before now is completely gone. Obudukato Ranch is not the way it used to be. I mean, who would want to spend 25, 30, 40, 50, 100,000 naira to pay hotel accommodation and then you go in there and nothing is there? It's really disheartening. We have a whole lot to fix in this country in terms of our culture, our tradition, our tourist centers, tourist environments where we're supposed to be having fun, bringing up our kids, making them understand how beautiful Nigeria is. These things are all gone, and the truth is, it's not a beautiful story to tell. You can't tell the story to anyone.
I don't want us to continue with the sadden part of this story, but the next question will probably be like, okay, so are you saying to us now, as Nigerians, because this conversation is about all of us,
True, very
not just
true.
about government alone, but
Very
even as
true.
citizens, yes,
Very
okay?
true.
Now, so are you saying to us that we have not developed some kind of infrastructural or capacities or guidelines or strategies on how these things you have mentioned, our traditions, our cultures, our tourism, can become the nexus that can interconnect us as a nation? Is that what you're saying, that we are not looking at those things?
You don't. Okay. Let me put it this way. It's not as if we're not trying.
But we're not there yet.
We are not doing the right things. It's not about we've not started. I'm sorry, I'm going to do the pidgin English thing. We never start, we never reach anywhere. We know they go anywhere. We've not done nothing, because when you're talking about building a nation,
Yes.
there are a lot of things that goes with it.
Okay.
And when it comes to tourism in a country, it is the beauty and the pride of that country. Now, there are structures that are supposed to be put in place. If we don't have these structures in place, tell me, how do you expect us to achieve something? Take, for instance, in the Ministry of Culture and Tourism,
Yes.
we have a ministry.
Yes.
I think what they should be doing is not leave it for the old men that are not okay to walk around. They can't even climb mountains. I've been to Ososo. I have climbed mountains in Ososo. I don't know if you understand.
Yes.
I got to a stage, even as young as I told myself, I'm not going again. You people
Further
go.
than this, yes.
Now, these men will not really understand how
The
these things are
demands.
done, because they cannot go to the field. So tell me, what kind of structure do they want to build? Take, for instance, this is your profession. Now, before you have an interview with one or two persons, you try to make research about them, true or false.
Yes.
Now, I can't call you and tell you Amakama community in Abia State has a beautiful 8-wonder tree. And you've not seen it. You don't even know what that wonder tree looks
Yes,
like. You've
yes.
not sent anybody there to see how we can actually bring that into
Into focus.
Into focus. And then you're telling everybody we have a makama tree in Abia State. It works well with this. We have the 8-wonder tree. This, that. You can't do that. We don't have a solid structure on ground. We have not even started building. If the Ministry of Culture and Tourism will listen, they need vibrant minds, people that understand what it means to preserve what we have. Do we have history in Nigeria? I've been traveling around the Niger Delta region because of my pet project with my queens lately. I realized that we don't really have history in Nigeria.
Properly documented.
Exactly, properly documented history. Thank you very much. We don't have. Now, this is the very foundation that you start building when it comes to structure. There are a lot of stories online about so many things, so many places. But have you really taken your time to travel there? Somebody once told me in Osun that there is a very beautiful lake in Osun State where you see fishes. The fishes, they look half human, half fishy. And when he said it, I was like, it's a lie. He sent me a photo. And I was like, whoa. But the way they look, except you are very close, that's why you
yes, you
understand.
will not
But
see-
they
yes.
look that way. Who has taken time to go to that community to check out that lake?
Incidentally, what you have just said also, would you remember that at Ikogosi, there is actually a tree that's like a twin.
Ikogosi?
Yeah, Ikogosi Warm Springs.
No.
That's
I
Lekiti.
haven't- oh,
Okay,
wow.
well, that's another one. But
Yes.
now, so the question is this. So you are saying, therefore, that we don't have a formidable cross-country agenda.
Exactly.
You are very sure that. So, but for you as a goal-driven person, as a visionary person committed to this industry.
Yes.
So, what damage is that doing to your dream for Nigeria and for those who are involved in this kind of, in this sector?
A lot of damages. If we want to talk about it today, we won't leave here. If I am from a home where they say my father is a king, when I go outside,
you're treated like a princess.
Exactly. I'll carry my shoulder. I'll feel that content inside of me. I'll feel that comfort, that happiness,
That self-esteem.
I won't say I'll feel proud, but you want to carry yourself and say, I know who my father is. You want to, show off. But when you are from a home where people say your father is a thief, you want to hide in the society. You don't want nobody to see you. You are ashamed. Now, it has done a whole lot of damages from the younger generation. This our generation. I was talking to somebody the other day, and he said the reason why some countries in Asia are thriving, like doing so well, is because they, from the cradle, they are being groomed. They taught them about their culture, their tradition, who they are. So no matter how gaga they go outside, they still remember who they are, to actually mellow down, to do the right thing, and then they are focused. But in this part of the world, it is creating more harm than good. You see a little child today, because the child does not know where his great-grandfather and his ancestors were coming from. They don't have respect for anybody in the community. They say when you are passing this environment, look very well before you go through this path. They don't listen. They just pass through the path. And then maybe another person say, young man, don't you know you're not supposed to go to, like, who are you to tell me what to do? I don't know if you get it.
Yes.
Because this is doing so much harm. It's not only causing problems, disrespect and all that. It's actually bringing problems to the Nigerian economy. You're not moving.
Let's go about the economy, because now that you have touched that, because that's one area again that is very, critical. Now, you have spoken about disposition just now. Musically, the Nigerian music industry will probably become like some kind of,
Copy and paste.
Well, not just copy and paste, but the fact that it's becoming so dominant. Well,
Dominant.
yes, on the continent, because everybody now is like, you have to do a collab with the Nigerian, you have to do this in Nigeria.
Yes,
but
true.
Now, but the lyrical experiences from this musical, how do you see that in relation to what you just mentioned now? The kind of...
You cannot compare the days of them, Ebenezer Obey, Osayomori Joseph, the likes of these iconic music artists from the days of old, to the young men and women of my generation that we have today. My generation, that's why I call them copy and paste. They are doing beautifully well. No disrespect. I love the Nigerian music industry. But their lyrics, their songs, their beats, it's only very few of them that are trying to come home gradually. When somebody, I don't know if I'm permitted to mention names.
You can mention, why not? We're not selling the project.
Yes. When what's his name? Kiss Daniel started.
Yes.
I listened to some of his lyrics and I feel so very. There's this Tales by Moonlight that NTA used to air then.
Yes.
Kiss Daniel did a song with the rhythm, from Tales by Moonlight, and everybody loved it. It was beautiful. He started doing so well with some of his songs. You loved it, and then suddenly he has fallen off the path. Now, their lyrics is another thing entirely. You cannot copy a British man, for heaven's sake, because we are Africans, and I keep saying it every day.
And we have enough.
We have enough, and the thing is, now that the entire world is recognizing us, we are supposed to be using this medium to sell our people, our values, culture, history, tradition to the world. I don't know if you get it. Do you want to tell me that Efe Era, nobody listened to our song during the days of old? Oh, we all listened. We loved our music. Everywhere you go to, you hear people playing Efe Era, for heaven's sakes. And then Osayomori Joseph, the like of them, King Sunny Ade, there are a lot of beautiful songs that they played at you today. Those songs are still there. And if you listen to the lyrics, they are advising you, talking to you. There was a song I was singing in my kitchen 2 days ago. The man was talking, it's a Bini song, it's a parable. You understand?
And
He
it's
said,
already, it is richly encoded.
so much, so much. The likes of the Mosadebe, we have forgotten about the lyrics that these people put on ground. Now it's only shake your bum bum, shake your bum bum. I don't even get it because I hardly play some of these songs except the very little. Timaya is trying a little bit to see how he'll be able to help us take us back, and then help us understand how to. And people don't really want to like Timaya's kind of song because he's not shaking bum bum. I don't know. It's the truth, you know.
Okay, all right. Again, you have given us another minus, as it were.
I'm sorry, but
Yes, okay.
I'm not giving us
but no,
minus.
it's okay.
There are solutions.
We have the score sheets here with us, so we will see what Elizabeth is trying to say to us as Nigerians. But my producer says we have some. Well, Elizabeth, incidentally, she's not just a talker; she's also a doer. So let's see some of the things that she's captured. We have some images there that we can actually look at, and then we can maybe, make references to them. Okay, now, so where did we? Where was this?
Okay, this is in Songhai, Amukbe, Delta State, and these are the last queens from Face of Niger Delta Cultural Pageant from last year. This is one of their tasks in the house. It's called broom making.
Say that again.
Yes, broom making.
Traditional
broom making.
Wow,
yes.
you took them back.
Yes, I had to. It's a cultural pageant. That's what we call it. So I don't believe it has to do with just the glamour of catwalking on stage and all that. The 14 days they spent in the house, we took them back to learn a lot of things about
our traditions,
our culture, and everything that has to do with the Niger Delta region, because that is what we are supposed to be selling to this generation and the ones that are coming.
Okay, now, this practical experience that you have shared here, now, you cannot deny the fact that there is a convergence now between technology and maybe, creative content, artistic expressions.
Yeah, sure.
So tell us, how can you therefore take a leverage from what technology presents now, because many of our youths now have,
It's a beautiful thing to imbibe culture into tradition. There are so many ways we can imbibe culture into tradition. We can infuse them. We can bring them together. Take, for instance, people love pressing their phones these days and going to the internet and all that. Share some of these materials with them. Those that cannot speak languages, teach them how to do it.
With the materials?
Yes, with the materials. Teach them how to do it. A lot of us go on Facebook while away our time. Gossip matters that does not concern us. Talk the one that concerns us.
Especially about bonbons.
Exactly. The time you use in watching those naked girls on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, and all that, why not use it to sell your people? Take, for instance, if I'm an Afemai woman, everything I want to do...
Afemai is from where now?
Edo North.
Edo North.
Yes. If I want to do anything, I should be able to portray our beauty, our value, our history, our culture. And that is part of what we're doing. One of the Queen's Pet projects for Face of Niger Delta, the first runner-up, has to do with a quiz competition.
Okay.
And that quiz competition is not in maths and English. It's going to be on our culture, tradition, history, everything about that. Now, because we know these materials are not available, we are making materials available to put on the website for them to download and go and read and prepare for the test.
Quiz.
So there is no way those children will not come online to learn something, and there is no way they will not be able to understand, because they know they need to read to pass. So within the region, they have to start gradually learning about their culture, their tradition, and all that. So we can actually walk pari passu. It's not you go your way, me go my way. No, this is as the world is evolving, we're supposed to evolve with the world. You understand? If new things are coming in vogue, we have to learn these new things, but pick the good ones and then drop the ones that are not for you, and then bring them together to make sure that we are doing beautifully with who we really, and then we move from there.
We should doff. I cannot remove my cap, otherwise
No,
we should
don't
doff
remove it,
a hat for you for that.
Thank you.
Okay, but my producer is saying that we are taking too much of our time, but we are not going to we are not going to allow you to go yet. We are no break yet. Let us just say one more. Now, for you, do you think that actually? Okay, we have some pictures. So some of the queens, what are they doing again here?
This is a catwalk session. Like I said, it's not about the catwalk and all that. This is a catwalk session that they had. Of course, they have to learn how to do the normal catwalk thing. Like I was talking about infusing your modern day thing and
Yes,
your
and
cultural
traditional,
tradition and all
yes.
that. Yes, so we had that also.
Okay, now let's come back to that actually, because that's in reference to this next question.
Yes.
Do we have you seen anywhere any policy statement or policy direction on how domestic tourism can be used to unify this country? Because every day I want to go my way, I want to go your way.
It is not. It is not enough. It is not good for us to always tell ourselves we want to go our separate ways. If we know the beauty that we have as a country, we will not even be saying that. Yes, we have diverse tradition, culture, tourism, and all that. That can actually bring us together.
It can be a strength.
Exactly, a very strong one at that. Now, imagine me. I am from Edo State, where let's assume we don't have nothing on tourism in Edo State. I don't need to start looking for visa. I don't know if you get it. I don't need to start trying to look for passports to travel from Edo to Delta to see the beautiful scenery in that state. And by the time you get there, there are things that the Deltans can learn from you that they don't have. There are things that they can imbibe into what they have. Take, for instance, if in their tourist attraction center,
Yes.
they only have everything about Delta there. And maybe there's one white or one Moroccan or whoever you are coming from the other part, like, okay, I can't travel to Edo. Can I see some of what the Edos have? Because we have this togetherness, this oneness, you can actually tell me, please, can I borrow your culture to showcase in this art gallery or to showcase it and showcase there? I don't know if you get it. And the man comes in and he sees it, it's beautiful. And another thing is, there are some laws, or should I say some customs or some traditions that are really not okay in some states. You can actually to ask yourself, okay, if I decide to work with the Edos, or if an Abia man decides to work with an Edo man in this particular area, to see how we'll be able to infuse this law into our own rule, will it work?
Yes.
There's a rule in my place that states that when a woman is married, she does not have the right to sleep around. If she does, she will either kill her husband or kill her first child. Yes, there's a rule like that.
It's like a taboo.
It's a taboo in my place, and it's part of our culture and our tradition as a married woman. The moment you start doing that, you're destroying the life of your husband and your first child, or your first child.
Wow.
Now, why in places like Benue, they believe their wives can be given out as food for the gods.
Yes.
Now, the thing is, most women may not really like that. A lot of women have cried out from Benue State. They don't like such things. Now, they can actually say, okay, can we now look into the culture of the Edo people and see how we'll be able to borrow these and put them together? I don't know if you get it.
Yes.
We are the ones that are making it look very difficult. I don't want to go into other countries and start talking about them here to seem as if I'm trying to praise other countries like the Asians and all that. They have Goreo, they have Juson.
Yes.
What they did was bring their laws together. Look at them very well. The ones that are not okay for them, they throw away. They pick the one from Juson, pick the one from Goreo, and they put them together. Sheila was there too. I don't know if you get it.
Yes.
But here in this part of the world, every day we keep telling ourselves we want to go a different way. Please tell me, how can a tree make a forest? It is not possible. Yes, you might tell yourself that there are a lot of people. Yes, it's a bit like the Igbos that keep saying they want to go their way now. When you finish producing all those your clothes, shoes, bag, who will buy them? You will still need to export them out of your republic into my own country. Since you want
far
to
away
divide,
from you now.
You understand? But now we can travel from Asaba to Onitsha without any bring your visa, bring your passport. Let's see your this. Let's see your pass. Let's see your ID card. You just travel there and then you do business with them. These are the things that we're supposed to be enjoying that they don't really understand.
Okay, now, so you are trying to say to us, therefore, that the lack of united expression is more of a political thing than it's not cultural.
It is not just political alone. I wouldn't say it is cultural because from the very beginning, from our foundation, our culture and our traditions understood themselves.
And they could just intermarry.
Exactly. But the problem we have are the people. Yes, we can actually say we're trying to use politics to cause commotion, chaos, and confusion amongst ourselves. You're correct in that area, because our culture and our tradition, they have not changed. They are still there. Like the Holy Book says, do not remove the ancient landmarks of their father. So it has been there from inside, and it's still there as we speak.
All right.
The only problem we have is individuals.
If I don't ask the Queen to to give us a break, I'm sure we're going to be preaching about culture, tourism, and traditions for the next 2 hours. So we'll take a break, and then when we are back, it's going to be you and her. So just get ready to ask her all the questions or to make a comment. Then we'll take it from there. Stay with us.
We must dilate the eyes. We look for if they have cataract, look at the back of their eyes. They have glaucoma. We do a full workup for them.
A lot of our government should actually open their eyes, especially southwest of this place.
When we're looking deeper than we ever looked in before, to ensure that we close all the loopholes.
It manifests as physical symptoms. And every edition is an arresting conversation with distinguished Nigerians from various strata of the society, bearing their minds on how we can realize the Nigeria of our dreams. Join us live on Close Flow, Monday, every week here on NTA2 Lagos Network Center. Closed Flow. The conversation is about you.
All right, it's still Closed Flow, and we still have the Queenly. And, well, not only just being an achiever, but also an influencer. Already she has profiled some of the things that we could have been enjoying as a nation, if only. Okay, now, don't let's. If my producer will allow me, if you can, let's have the pictures, because culinary expressions, again, Nigerians are quite, when we talk about cuisines, that's another thing that could have been used as, yes, they must visit for people in this, because we have such, so have you tried that? Have you looked at our culinary, the kind of food we eat, the kind of, have you looked at that? Because
for someone like me,
yes, okay,
now.
now,
That travels.
Okay, now, say what's going on here now, for instance?
This is a cooking task for the girls in camp.
Okay.
One of them, they all prepare their different dishes from the different
parts of
the Niger Delta region, their native meals. So we gave them the notes.
Excuse me, the queens, the beauties, they were tasked
to cook. Yes.
So if you don't know how to cook,
if you don't know how to cook, you cook a baba. If they don't know how to cook, whatever they cook, like some of them were not good cooks, but God saved us, because you have to have your your drugs to help your stomach, because the food has to be tested why they made them.
Yes.
Because most of our parents have actually failed in that area.
Now
it's still the same. Yes, it's still the same thing we're talking about. The moment we told them there's going to be a cooking task. Ma, are you serious? And I say, yes, and people are going to be using your native cooking stove. You're going to be using the native pot. Everybody screamed. And one of them said, from this day onward, if I see anybody that cooks with firewood, or those women that fry akara by the roadside, I'm just going to be respecting them. It's not easy, These are things that they've never really learned. They don't know about these things. Because of the way the whole civilization thing is
modernization.
Yes, the modernization is actually playing some tricks in their minds, So we had to bring it down to earth to teach them. For somebody like me that have traveled around within the Niger Delta region and outside the Niger Delta region within Nigeria, we have wonderful cuisines, mouth-watery, as in healthy meals. Take, for instance, I don't eat foreign rice. I eat Ekpoma rice in my house. And that rice is made locally in Ekpoma. It's very costly, but has very low starch.
Yeah, but we keep hearing that rice is stony.
No, it's not. It's not stony. They have different types. They have the one from Ozigono. They have the one from Sabo. They have the one from Ekpoma. They have the one they call Sheshe. They have different types. Now, if you buy the real Ekpoma rice, they take out time to pick out those things from them. They are not stony at all. That's what I eat in my house because it's low in starch, carbohydrates, okay?
Yes.
And it's better, it's sweeter. The taste is better than the foreign rice that has already gone through the whole chemical process and all that. And the rice lasts in my house. There are times I buy it
now,
and it's there for 1
Elizabeth,
year.
that's already mouth-watering. Let's go on. So how did the girls react to this experience? Because to many of them will have been novel. I mean, like you said, many of them don't know how to cook.
Yes.
So what was the takeaway for them?
It was beautiful. They loved it. They yes, it was difficult for them from the beginning, but they gradually started loving it. Even till today, some of them still talk about it. They're like, oh, I wish they can actually go back to when they were in camp to see how they want to learn more. And then yes, for the crown queens, they are still learning because we travel around the region together when we're going. Like the last time we traveled together, Akwa Ibom, Delta State, we were together. So it was really, should I say, a mind opener for them. And they are still learning. They're still in the process of appreciating culture, appreciating tradition, and then appreciating the fact that they have to identify with this project to learn these things.
Okay, now what you have done at this micro level, why are we not escalating it, to become a national, a trend? I mean, if we can do it for Niger Delta, so why is it not possible to do it, well, to other zones? I mean,
well, the thing is, it's like I said, if the Ministry of Culture and Tourism would just listen, that's where we have it.
And buy into this.
Last year, I went there for an endorsement for this program because I actually want to push it out there everywhere, come up with magazines for it and all that. And it's taking them like forever to give approval. You call, you go to office. They don't attach importance to these things. They attach importance to money.
Okay, well, importance to money. Call us now, so let's know if you want to get some money from the Queen. Now, yeah, we have dedicated lines, like because it is important that you try to reach us so that Queen Elizabeth can actually respond to some of your own worries. I don't know if you're in the industry or even if you have some kind of tangential relationship with those who are in this industry. Now, call us to make your voice call. Here is the number. 080-5975-3044. Your voice call, please. 080-5975-3044. The number should be on your screen so you can take it down and make your voice call. If you're not getting through to us, because of drop calls, which we experience often than not, please send us an SMS, which is cheap. It's just about 20 naira or something, or 5 naira. Send us an SMS. 080-6350-8434. 080-6350-8434. Text us so that the Queen can then say what you want to hear. If you cannot also do all that, because data is very free now, almost free, then WhatsApp us on 080-20-384130. WhatsApp 080-20-384130. Let's get all this information back to her because she's here and she's very happy. I'm very excited to see how she can get you to be part of the dream that she's... Now, Elizabeth, now, I know that the Niger Delta is quite... it's also replete with humongous things. I know you are trying to say no. But the fact of the matter is, how about our people in terms of appreciation? Do we actually, have you noticed it? That maybe, is it modernization or is it poverty or is it, what exactly? Because it's like we are disconnected from what should define us as a people.
Yes, I wouldn't say it's poverty, but if you want to say poverty of the mind.
Hello? 1 second, Elizabeth. Hello? Precious?
Hello?
Hello? Hello, how are you?
Yeah, I want to be in command of this closed floor. Hello?
Go ahead, please. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, I want to put a question across.
Go ahead.
Festus from Lagos.
I said go ahead, Festus, go ahead, but lower the volume of your TV set.
Okay, it's really low.
Okay, all right. Please now ask.
The convention is sure, but can they invite the Minister of Culture to come in and ask these type of things that when coming to inquire to do something, they all look for money?
Well, why not? No, she wants to know if we can call the ministry to come and sit down and actually, yes.
Okay, I think you misunderstood me, sir. Thank you very much for that question. I did not say...
No, you don't understand this. Hello?
Go ahead.
Hello?
Get your... Okay, go on.
As what she's bringing out is good for us. Can they invite the Minister of Culture and Tourism to come in and see what the Efe is talking about?
Okay. Is that all?
Yeah, that's all, yeah.
Okay, let her respond to that.
Okay, so I think he's getting it wrong. I said they are chasing money.
It's not that they're demanding money from you.
Not that they are demanding money from me. I said they are chasing money and forgetting about what else. Because
what
if
actually
you
can bring the money.
Yes, somebody like me that has the should I say, that is agile enough to do the work. You understand? If I'm finding it difficult to get an endorsement to push this, you are in your office, like I said before, you don't even know what is happening in this region. How would you be able to make things work? How would you be able to build a strong structure and pillar? So I wasn't saying that they were demanding money from you. No. I said they are busy chasing money.
Yes, especially federal allocation. Okay, now let's go on. Now that Festus has been able to get an explanation to that, so what Elizabeth is talking about is that we can get our government to look keenly and critically at how our tourism industry can turn things around for us as a nation. Now, one thing again that is on the table, because you have cited examples from other countries, is that these foreign countries, actually have national plans, national strategies, driving or drawing up, the traffic of tourists, to their countries. I mean, you have Kenya, you have Egypt, you have South Africa. They have, yes. So what exactly? So is it that we don't have thinkers who can do this planning for us?
Like I said, we have thinkers. The government should go outside the box. Stop working with those civil servants that they have around them that are not actually doing anything for years. If I employ a staff to do a particular job and you keep giving me the same thing every year, I will push you aside and look for fresh minds that will be able to do something. And believe it or not, if we drop nepotism, sentiments, and every other thing, there are wonderful... Some of them, they did not even go to school.
And yet...
But when they speak, when they talk, when they tell you what they know, especially in some tourist areas, some of the tourist guards, they don't know how to speak English, but they know what they are telling you. Why not go to these people? You understand? But they're not willing to bring in fresh minds. They still want to keep revolving around their old rooms, keep trying to say they'll be able to clean it, remove cobwebs, repaint it and repaint it. It will crash. It's never going to be like the fresh minds.
Okay, all right. Let's move on, because again, let me remind our viewers the conversation is about you. Festus is the only one that has been able to cross over so far. So let's see if we can have, because it's a new year, we're looking at a new future for this country and how all of us can play our roles in what becomes. Now, I just mentioned the new future. The new future also is looking at what is emerging globally. So do you think Nigeria can be competitive in the environment where we are right now? Because from what you are looking at, from what you have seen, do you think we can be competitive now that there's social distancing, there's vaccine passports and all that? Do you think we can be competitive?
You want to hear the truth?
Yes.
Holy Spirit, help me so that when I leave here, people don't... Now, we are not close. It is only a child that has read, prepared for an exam,
that will pass,
that will stand and tell his or herself, I can now go out there. I look at us when we talk about we are pushing Nigeria to the world. I laugh. What are we pushing to the world? We keep pushing just the oil. In the agricultural sector, what have we done? In our tourist sections, is it all the abandoned tourist sites that we have in Nigeria that we want to push? I don't know if you get it. Just a few weeks ago, I was talking to the senior consultant in Songhai and Mukwe.
Yes.
I was discussing with him, and he told me he has been able to bring he has been able to bring in some foreigners to partner with him on that project to see how they'll be able to better that place. What happened to federal government of Nigeria? I mean, they have shut down Songhai in Port Harcourt, Rivers State.
Yes.
It has been shut down completely. It's not working anymore. If you go to that environment, you will know what beauty is. So people that cannot go to Obudu Cattle Ranch can actually go to that place and have a beautiful scenery, see the farmlands and everything that they have. But those things are dilapidating gradually by the day.
And that's it goes with the fishing,
exactly.
the Arugungo fishing.
Exactly. So now, if you look at all that, okay, I think I was in Onya the other day in Delta State, Ela, and they were telling me about a fish pond that has been there for over 300 years. Yes, they have a fish pond that has been there for over 300 years. They have a fish pond that has been there for over 500 years. And those
Ila,
fish, yes,
that's not far
Ila,
from
Onya,
Asaba, yes.
At all, in Onya community. Those people are the ones that have been preserving that property, that facility, that nature. They've been preserving that stream, that pond, that lake for all these years. The king was telling us, federal government today, they will send this one, they will send that one, they've not done nothing. So tell me, what do we really have that we actually want to present to the world and say we are competing with them, or we want to match up to you just a little bit? If the world say they are in the 21st century, please, in Nigeria, I told somebody the other day, we are progressing in a retrogressive manner, especially in this aspect that we're talking about right now. So we need all the change that we can get.
Okay. Now, so going forward, because this is 2022, going forward,
Yes.
So for you, what do you think is going to define, or is going to probably let you know if there's any margin of success on the horizon for any of us as a nation? Do you think Nigeria can remain as one, and successfully so? Looking at what you have just, can you look at your horoscope and tell us where you think we should be?
Well, I'm not going to be negative-minded about this particular one. Yes, it is possible for Nigeria to be one. Come another 50, 20, 100 years, decades to come. It's possible, but it all boils down to leadership and also our individual attitude and mindset towards nation building. And these old things still drag us back. Please,
can you say that again so that my viewers can get connected to that? So you are saying
Yes.
it's not just about leadership. Leadership, yes.
Yes.
Then
individuals, you understand, if our hearts are sold out to nation building, you understand, and it all still drag us back to knowing our culture, our values, our tradition. It is not about one Flora Shaw somewhere or one Martin Wilberforce, whoever they are that came to, or whoever it is that amalgamated Nigeria together. It is not about them. It is about the fate and the destiny of Nigerians. When we started, well, have we been able to do something?
okay,
Yes.
Elizabeth, we have 2 WhatsApp messages. Let's quickly pick them on, and then you can then react to that. Lizzie, thanks for taking out our girls from the street to get them busy with our culture and tradition. Your project is it's good for these perilous times. Please do tell them they need to stay away from drugs, prostitution, and mingling with Yahoo boys. This is from T-World in Lagos, okay? So you want to quickly respond to that?
Thank you very much, T-World. What you said is something that we've been fighting, and we're still praying that the girls will listen. Because right now, they are all looking for money to buy iPhone 13 Pro and iPhone 14. But we're praying. That is still boils down to know your values. You understand?
I know where you're from.
Exactly. So we will keep preaching, T-World. The truth is we will keep preaching. We can't hit anybody's head, open it and put these things inside. It's the truth. But the truth is we will keep preaching and keep talking.
All right, thank you, T-World. Okay, she has told you she's going to practicalize it. You know, whatever she's doing, she's going to be using that to now talk to them on how to live, culturally. Now, this is, hello, I quite appreciate what Elizabeth is doing, but it would have been fine if the producer can get someone from the ministry on the show. This is Henry Ami from Lagos. Henry, you want to get?
Yes, Henry, I'll really be happy. Maybe next time, if we're going to have the show again, let them bring somebody from the Ministry of Culture and Tourism. We really need to deal with this issue. And yes, I'm actually in the field doing the work.
Yes.
So I know what I'm talking about. I think we really need them. Yes, he's right about that.
Okay, all right. So we'll see if we can do a twosome next time so that Elizabeth will be here, the ministry man will be there, or ministry woman will be there, or the ministry child will be there, whatever it is, so that they actually can then, set the record straight. Then, so now, going back from what our viewers are saying, and coming back to what you also have identified. Now, but you don't want to look at it negatively. You're saying to yourself that it is doable. Yes. Okay. Now, have you had any opportunity in your own experience to collaborate with foreign interests, with either visitors or investors, or just curious, coming to Nigeria and saying, okay, look, we like what you're doing. How can we be part of it?
Yes, I really want to do that if they allow the program to stay the way it is and not bring in their own
elements
and all that into it to change one or two things, because I love foreigners, but I don't like it when they try to come and bring their thing to give to me. I don't know if you get it. I've had enough of your things.
To replace yours.
Exactly. I've had enough of your things. Take my own.
Add
push
to
it
yours.
out there and add it to yours and see how it will be better, because that's majority of the challenges that we're having today. I'm open to collaborate, to work with, to partner with any foreigner from any part of the world. Like I said, I love the Koreans. I love their culture and their tradition, diverse, beautiful culture and tradition. In the area of makeovers, they are very good with makeovers. They are very good with and all that. Their cuisines are wonderful. Their attires are beautiful. I love them. I would want to partner with them, to work with them, and help my girls learn how to be consistent, because there's something about them. They are consistent in whatever they do, so that works. I want to partner with them. From the other angle, from the UK, from the US, yes, all over. I don't know if you understand, but they shouldn't come. Let's work together, but let's not change anything. I can borrow from you, you borrow from me. We put them together and make them look beautiful, but don't come and tell me I have to wear you, as in I have to be you. I don't want to do that.
Okay, all right, we won't do that. We won't give that space there. We will keep the level playing ground, or the playing ground level. But how about Nigerians in diaspora? How are you intermingling with them? Are you also getting them to look at the fact that back home, yes, they say have. Okay. My producer says that it's Olayinka online. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Yes, Olayinka, you're welcome.
Yes, sir.
Please go ahead.
Hello, sir.
Go ahead with your comment or your question.
I want to.
That's a pity, Olayinka. You lost confidence, or what? Or you decided not to ask Elizabeth because she's looking so queenly. Now, okay. So, Nigerians in diaspora. So, how are you helping them to understand that back home they have a space to enrich whatever experience they're going through where they are? Are we doing?
If you go through my social media handles, it's part of what I preach every now and then. It's beautiful to live abroad, because not all of us will live here in Nigeria and try to do stuff. But when you are over there, it's good you remember home. Try to see how you'll be able to bring what we have here to that part. That's why the Benin and the Yorubas, even though they say the Benin are crazy over there abroad, but trust me, the Benin and the Yorubas, I love their lifestyle. The Igbos, wherever they go to, you see those three tribes, they don't forget who they are. You see them, their children are born abroad, but they speak Yoruba like they've been home and they've never been home. That is what we want. I don't know if you get it. So I talk with our people from time to time. And there's some of them, they even call me sometimes to relate to me and like, okay, this kidnapping, this that is happening within Edo State, how can we go about this and all that? We talk about it. So it's not something that is restricted to this party alone, no. Our people in the diaspora, I speak with them by the grace of God from time to time, those that reach out to me and those that actually want the change. Yes.
Hello? Hello? Yes, Aremu, you're welcome. Please go ahead. Aremu, go ahead. Lower the volume of your TV set. Hello? Are you still there? I think we lost him. Okay, now please may I quickly just again speak to our viewers. Anytime you are making a voice call, you have to just turn down the volume of your own TV set. I know that many of us want to enjoy the privilege of hearing ourselves on the TV screen. Please, it's not going to work because it's going to reverberate. So the echo will not allow your conversation with the princess or with the queen to go ahead. So please always lower the volume of your TV set when you call so that it does not reverberate and therefore, distort your question. Now, okay, that was Alao. Alao, if you can, try and send a text message or a WhatsApp message, then we can read out your comments to our queen. Now, but, okay, even let me take a digression. This your braiding, for instance, this is not borrowed.
Of course, it is borrowed. Because this is not the kind of braids we carry. That's what I'm trying to say. This is not our traditional braids, you get. But the fact that I'm wearing this braid does not stop me from being my father's daughter. It doesn't.
So why are we not promoting our traditional braid to the point where
do you want me to take this off?
No, wait.
If you want me to take this
queen,
off, I'll show you what I'm carrying.
I know. No, my queen, what I'm saying is we must get to the point where our braids, therefore, must become a must-have, just like this.
Of course, if we are ready and willing. I see some white people that want to do the knots like we do it. A lot of them, they do, and it looks beautiful on them. I see a lot of them wear Ankara. Ankara looks beautiful on them. That's the one we call super print.
Yes.
It looks beautiful on them. I see a lot of them want to wear our kind of shoes and all that. It looks beautiful on them. You understand? That's what I was trying to say. We can work things out, but at the same time, it doesn't have to go your own way.
Trade off.
So, exactly. So we can work things out, So that, to me, that works.
Okay.
Thank you very much, sir.
Well, I'm enjoying the privilege of chopping knuckles with the queen because she's been quite exciting again, on this show. And for all of our viewers, it's a pity. We keep apologizing because of the drop calls. It's just a technical challenge. It's not from us, but from the service providers. But next time, please, let's be smart and use either SMS or WhatsApp to get across to our guests. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you very much.
For us, on Close Flow, the conversation is never over, so just go to our social media platforms and go register your opinion, your comments, or your questions, your queries, and then we can then backlink to Elizabeth so they can then, she can respond to whatever it is that you're asking for. But from now, it is a big thank you to all of you, and until next week, it is bye.